All right, guys, thanks for stopping back in. We're going to keep this countdown rolling. As you guys know, if you've been following the channel on Ghost Arcade, we did Ghosts 15 through 10. Or, well, I guess it's 11, right? 11 through 15 is the top 5 of the list, so to speak.
Oh, yeah. Sure,
So we're going to jump in. We're going to do mine. This is our top 15 favorite heroes, superheroes, whatever you want to call it. Dude, mine's kind of interesting, man. Like I said, I'm not gonna lie. I threw some in here that are gonna be a little different. Ones that I've kind of just recently, really truly started to like and value more so than the lower end. You'll see the lower end of my my list has some more familiarity to it, but a couple here at the back end that are just a little different. Number 15, I kind of told you and gave you a small look into this one. I don't know, week or two, 2 weeks ago maybe.
Yeah.
But this one for me, number 15, is Hit Monkey.
Hit monkey, dog.
Yeah, dude. I didn't even know about this little bastard, right? Until they and this is Marvel shit too, which is crazy wild. I can't remember which streaming platform they put it out on, but it wasn't Disney. It might have been Hulu or something, but there was a season of it out. So I caught it and I watched it, and it was fucking hilarious, dude. I just was laughing the whole time. If you guys aren't familiar with Hit Monkey, it's basically this monkey who goes on this just mad, just vengeful killing spree, trying to kill all these bad dudes that are in the like Yakuza and stuff like that. And he's being accompanied by an actual hitman's ghost. And the hitman's ghost talks to him the whole time and just talks and talks. And I did a video for it over on the Sector7 Podcast channel. So guys, go check out the no bullshit assessment I did for Hit Monkey. But it'll kind of cue you into why I like this so much. And I'll say, like, I really enjoy it, Creator, because it's different, right? It's something totally off the walls. It's such a funny concept, and this monkey is fantastic at martial arts, and like it's just hilarious. Like everything about it just fits perfectly for me. Like I super like it. If any of you guys like the cartoon Archer, this is very much like that if you want to check it out. But crazy thing is, when I looked into Hit Monkey, he is an actual character in the Marvel comic universe. He teams up sometimes, I guess, like with Deadpool. I think there was one with him and Spider-Man. So I mean, he's out there doing his shit. So I was like, gosh, I really enjoyed it. So I went ahead and I had to put it on there.
That's a perfect combo with Deadpool, man.
Yeah, no shit, right? Wild, but super funny, man. So I went ahead and put him on there.
Yeah, poor monkey's getting talk shit from Deadpool and his ghost, man.
Yeah, dude, and that's all the ghost does too, is just talk hella shit on him the whole time, and just, I don't know. It's funny. You guys need to check it out if you haven't. But so I went ahead and put him there. There was a lot that, like, obviously characters that have way more backstories. Like obviously, like I even said, you know, Wonder Woman got pushed off of my list, and something like Hit Monkey remained. And just because, like I said, I don't want to go super traditional with what my top 15 is. I like where this character has room to grow, what they could do with it. It's just a good story. It's super funny. You know, it's got tons of martial arts in it. The artwork of it was just awesome. So
nice.
I put it in there.
Nice. That's a good curveball, man.
Yeah.
To start off too,
yeah.
man.
The cool thing is the next couple ones I have in line haven't really fit in with what you had for the most part. I bet there's at least one or two more in here that you'll have as well. But my number 14 is Spawn.
I could see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
Yep.
I really, really like Spawn. I was a fan of Spawn. Spawn, I think, came out in the early 90s. If I remember correctly, it's a Todd McFarlane animated stuff. But they put the movie out and stuff, had Michael J. White in it, who, in my opinion, big shout out to him. He doesn't get as much credit as he deserves not just in the cinematic world, but in the martial arts world. This guy is fantastic.
Yeah.
I absolutely love all the stuff that he's in. So big shout out there. I wish they would have actually done more with the character. I do believe there's a reboot coming, though.
Really?
2023, maybe next year. So
nice.
Anyway, we'll see what they do with it. I mean, it's, again, I believe this is Marvel property as well. So it can't be all bad if they're going to reboot it. But, you know, the character, man, just this guy who gets basically just taken over by this just like, I mean, I kind of want to say demonic, so to speak, you know, presence or whatever, but he's the hero. I very much enjoy the concept of using maybe not the best of things to get the best of outcomes, right?
Yeah.
That gray Jedi kind of area, using a little bit of the dark side to further the the light side.
Yep.
So this, for me, Spawn fits that ticket perfectly, in my opinion. You know, like I said, he's got his powers. He uses like some kind of like necromancing energy and like demonic dead energy stuff or whatever. But he's out there fighting the good fight for the most part, you know. So he's doing work and kicking ass. And I thought the movie was cool. I thought it was really cool that he, in my opinion, like when I was a kid, he looked like a kind of like a combination of characters, right? Like he kind of has like a bit of a Batman look to him and like kind of this menacing night creature. And he's kind of a lot of heroes almost rolled into one, so to speak. So I don't know. I really like Spawn.
Kind of reminds me too of just what you said, Batman and across of the Punisher.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Which I just like, man. I don't know. I enjoyed it. I've always really enjoyed it since it came out when I was a kid. I remember actually when I was going through like art and stuff and drawing like superheroes and shit, like Spawn was always one that I would like try to draw out. And, like,
drew, man.
Tried to. Yeah, a little bit. It wasn't great, but
I could see you're a hella good artist too,
shit,
man.
I wish.
Yeah, that's
that'd be
cool.
dope.
Yep.
The next one for me, 13, this one, I'm kind of curious to see if maybe this one falls in on your list somewhere, but 13 for me is Blade.
Oh.
I love me some Blade, man. Blade is legit. And here's the thing too with Blade, man. Blade is such a cool story, right? The Daywalker, man. I love this bad bitch, dude. This fucking vampire that can walk during the day. Like, as simple of a concept as that is, like not like twinkling like the Twilight dipshits, but like this motherfucker can walk through, you know, in the day. Like he is the most just revered, right? Vampire. Like that's like the one skill to have as a vampire is being able to walk in daylight, right? But anyway, man, to backtrack with it, man, like just a kick-ass story as far as I'm concerned. And you know, when they started putting the Blade movies out, this for us anyway, and in the age that we are, Wesley Snipes was the truth, man. Wesley Snipes, his movies were legit through and through. Like, I mean, what's that movie they're making fun of the Passenger 57 joke? I can't remember, but anyway. You know what I mean? Just, so for him.
All of them, for the most part.
Oh, yeah. So for him to get the role and be Blade, and again, you know, very martial arts based stuff too. So again, a lot of my heroes kind of fall in that route of having some really strong martial arts background, but I mean, using this just beautiful sword, you know, ching, 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 just chopping and maiming, and just his attitude, his badass attitude, just talking mad shit. Like, you know, he's just kind of gruff, you know, you know, he's just like, I liked everything about it, man. I've been dying to see what they're going to do. I have very high hopes for the new stuff coming out. So,
man, there are worse things out tonight than vampires. What? Me.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, man. I love it. Because, you know, here's the thing, too. Again, you kind of look at Blade, and it's one of those where you have a hard time knowing which side of the fence he's on. You know what I mean? Like, he's such a badass, and he just doesn't give a fuck, and he's an asshole. He's not always the hero. You know, you may encounter him and think this guy is a total dick.
Yeah.
And not really realize that he's, you know, he is fighting the good fight. Same thing. So I definitely lean towards, I feel like a lot more characters that kind of that teeter between the good and the bad as far as things go, or use a little bit of the bad for the good, you know? I like it.
Yeah, it's man.
So of course Blade's got to hit my list.
Man, I'll be honest. One thing to mention about that, brother, good old Blade, man. Wesley Snipes, man, I'll be honest, man, my oblivious ass, man, of course, that came out in 98, 99, brother.
Yeah, I think so.
Shoot, man, I can remember it as clear as day going to that in the movies theaters the first time, man.
Really?
It was up in Bismarck, man.
Cool.
And I took this hoe, man. No disrespect. She's cool, yeah, but man, it was right after a brutal practice, man, of 2 days.
Damn.
And we had that turf, man, like that Astro turf, dog.
Right.
So this, of course, 98, 99, man, kind of like, in the old Houston Oilers stadium, how they had that old Astro turf or whatever, man. That's what we had up on our field, man. And, man, I dove for a ball. It was a deep ball, man. I dove for a ball, man. Just big old raspberry chilling, dog. Big old raspberry. And I could remember that because I was watching the game. Of course, I had the hole on the other side. And yeah, holding it. cool.
Yeah.
Watching it. Yeah, but I can remember Blad's like, what that, man, this is a badass. And my oblivious ass, man, I did not know. I was like, holy shit, man, is Wesley Snipes? Wesley Snipes is really, I didn't know he was a martial artist.
Fuck you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Yeah, he used a little bit too in Demolition Man.
Motherfucker. You want mine?
Yeah.
I'm not going to say which scene, but you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, change.
Damn.
Yeah. No disrespect. Good movie though.
Hella good movie.
Yeah.
I love that movie, dude. Demolition Man is one of my favorite movies.
Yeah.
For sure, dude. I love Demolition Man.
Oh yeah, man. You might have already told me this, and good old Andy out there, love you, dog. He was telling me this too. They're doing a second one of that, and they're bringing Sylvester and his ass back into it. Man.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
I wonder how far in the future it's going to be and how much weirder shit's going to be. Are they still wiping their ass with the 3 seashells?
Oh yeah, dog. Yeah.
And how? Do we ever get an explanation of how?
Yeah. Shoot, man, you can still bring in homegirls. Man, she's gorgeous for her age.
Yeah,
too, man.
she'd still work.
Sandra Bullock.
Nina Huxley? That was her name, wasn't it?
Gotcha.
I think that was hers.
Gotcha.
I don't know. Anyway,
Yeah.
Blade.
Yep.
Number 12 for me, honestly, this one's kind of it had to be on my list. If you know anything about me, obviously, I absolutely love lightning and thunder manipulators, so Thor fits in perfectly. I didn't really want to lean too much towards him, though, because it is kind of one of those basic. It's, he's one of the Avengers, he's whatever, and he's a super popular character now. I was a fan of Thor as a kid, though. I always was a fan of, pretty much anyone who could do anything with lightning.
Okay.
I don't know why. That's just been my shit, right? So for me, Thor goes on the list. I don't have a whole lot to say about Thor because it's just he's painted everywhere. You can look at the stories. You can look at everything. Like, he's a strong dude. He's a superhero. He's Thor.
Yeah.
It's kind of my take on Thor.
Yeah, dog. And man, if you don't mind me asking, brother, where were you introduced to him when you were a kid, brother? Like in the comics, man?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think it was comics.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. On this side, man, I wasn't very familiar with him. And of course, until the actual movies, I didn't really get into comics, man.
Right.
But yeah, the movies, but yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yes,
Cool.
sir.
Cool.
Rounding out my top portion of the list anyway. Number 11 for me, Optimus Prime.
Ah, nice.
Yeah.
Dog. Nice.
I couldn't not
Nice.
put Optimus on the list. Prime for me is, there's a lot here. There's a lot to unpack with Prime. That's kind of part of the reason why I glanced over Thor so much. Is just because Thor is Thor, right? But
Yeah.
for me, Optimus Prime, man, there's a lot that I really, really like about him. And I think the thing with Prime that I just truly, truly love the most is his leadership. And I think the thing with his leadership is that he never puts himself in those positions. He's always given those positions, right? We were talking about this. If you guys are paying attention and watching the gameplay of the War for Cybertron that Creator's playing through, you'll know that I said this on there, that he's so humble. Like there's a scene in the game where B was telling him, you should be the next leader and blah, 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 and all this stuff. And he's like, it's not up to me. It's up to the Primes and blah, blah, blah. And like,
Yeah.
he gets those positions though because of his, just his nature of being humble and decision making, and he's very smart and he's just a good leader. So I really, really like that. I also, the hang up that I have with him though, we even joked about this, was how many chances he gives Megatron to do the right thing. But I will say, as much as he does that, and as annoying as it is that he does not fucking learn that Megatron is never going to change, he never sends anybody else to deal with Megatron. He always tries himself.
Yeah.
So it's not like, hey, B, go deal with this and hope for the best. Like, he's like, I'll take care of it. Like, I'm going to go talk to him again, see if I can talk him down this time, which never fucking works. But
Yeah.
aside from that, and even, like I said, even with that, him always being the one to do the dealings with and get face to face with Megatron and stuff, I can respect that. Like, at least he's trying for himself. He's not putting his guys in harm's way to do that. So
Yeah.
I just really like it. One thing for me that just stuck like nothing else was in Transformers, which one? The one when Sam goes to college and he meets him at the cemetery or whatever because, Beast sprayed that girl in the face and they're all driving away or whatever. But he meets him there and they're talking and Sam Witwicky's just like, I'm in college, man. I'm over this shit. Like, leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah.
And Prime says a line that has stuck with me forever. And he says,
Sam, fate rarely calls upon us at a moment of our choosing.
Fate rarely calls upon us at a moment of our choosing. And it just, when he said it the first time, it just floored me. And I was just like, holy fucking shit.
Yeah.
Super funny story. That stuck with me so much. I actually have that tattooed on my body.
You got it then, dude.
I do, yeah. I got it way back then.
You did get it?
Yeah, right down my arm, like under my armpit, down my ribs. And
Nice, man. Nice.
the funny thing was I was getting it done and the artist is like, man, this is some deep shit, man. Like, who said this? Is this like Teddy Roosevelt or something? I was like, no, it's Optimus Prime.
Did he know, dog?
He was like, what the fuck?
Got you, dog. Yeah. Optimus. Yeah.
But that has been like legit a staple of my life moving forward from the time that came out. And you guys know, if you follow the channels and stuff, that for me being in law enforcement and the military and stuff, it was always kind of just that nature of preparedness, being ready that when stuff is going to go the way it's going to go, it doesn't give you a heads up. It doesn't tell you, tomorrow's fucking go time, man. It's not like a scheduled football game.
Yep.
When shit hits the fan, it fucking hits the fan, know? So as far as it goes, man, leadership style, like I said, all those qualities for me are what definitely makes Prime hit the list.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
100%.
Shoot, dude, to add to that, brother, just along the lines, of course, with like samurais, man, they were ready no matter what, of course, ready to die.
Yeah.
No matter when.
Yep.
Of course, they always had weapons with them, whether they were bathing, they still had like one of their small knives chilling on the side of them or whatever, man.
Yeah.
And of course, like you said, man, just in relation, man, felt that specifically fate rarely calls upon us at a time of our choosing. Yeah. Felt that big time. Yeah, man.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're right, too. The samurai thing, man, you got to think. They have a saying from back then, too, and I don't know who said it, but it might have been like Miyamoto Musashi, maybe, don't quote me on it, but it might have been something of his that's kind of to the point of it's better to be a warrior in a garden than like a gardener in a war, So it's like you need to have the skills. That doesn't mean that's all you have to do in life, but when stuff gets very difficult, it's good to have the skill sets necessary to do what you need to do, versus, being a novice and like, stuff's getting really bad. How do I handle myself in my situation? So just was definitely in line with what we were doing, training martial arts and, like I said, getting ready for law enforcement and military and stuff like that. So it was just kind of a mindset thing, I guess. But that's kind of for me why it definitely fits in there, to that degree that it does. So
yeah.
I got you, Prime. Roll out.
Good old Optimus, man.
Yeah.
Awesome, brother.
Yeah. Yeah, man. That's what I got. That's my 15 through 11. Thanks for stopping in. What do you got, Creed? You got something?
And D, I don't mean to interrupt you, brother.
You're good.
But my dumbass dog, I went ahead and did 10 in the last one. If you want to do another one.
Did we?
Yeah. If you want to go ahead, brother.
I wasn't counting. What was your 10?
I think I did 6, man.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Yeah, man.
I don't think you did. Did you?
I don't mean to.
Well, if you did, then my dumbass can't count either.
Yeah, dog. Yeah.
We're good. I'll save it.
Cool.
Let me see who I got sitting at the. Yeah, I'll wait. We'll wait.
All right. Cool. I'll just do 4. Next one. All good.
Yeah, no worries.
Cool.
Got too excited.
My bad, y'all. Yeah. Yeah.
Cool, man. Well, thanks for stopping in, guys. That's my first part of it. Make sure you guys stay tuned. We got the rest of the countdown coming. We got a bunch more. We got Creed's 9 through 6, my 10 through 6, and then the 1 through 5s. Sit tight.